Amen. Bless and highly favored.
So I want to ask you everybody to scoot up some because I don't have a big voice. I do have a microphone, but I don't want to use it all up. So we need everybody to scoot up. I do, actually. Okay.
Good evening. Good evening. I meant to be here before everything started. Thanks for coming out. This is our last evening that we're going to do a health-related topic tonight. And so going back how this night started is the Lord convicted me about being a health minister in His body and not speaking out about what we're feeding each other when we have meals. And I was talking to Sister Sister Walker, because we do mission dinners and we were working on it, and I was telling her, explaining how Chef Brown, when we had a fish dinner that he had baked it, he had these Cajun spices, and I was saying, that was so delicious, I didn't eat the fried food. Now, I said, it'd be great if we could figure a way of cooking better. And as I was speaking to Sister Walker, I didn't even know he was in the building. And as I said his name, he came and brushed past me. I said, hold on. Guys that work here, hold on. I was just saying your name, and you walked by. So one thing I'm trying to push is that we got to do better, even in our meals that we're preparing at the church, because we have these health series and we talk about health, but then at the same time, we turn around and serve something that's not healthy. So tonight, what we want to do is show that you can eat healthy and you can still be tasteful and be delicious. And so I asked Chef Brown to come, and then Amy McAllister, who I've known for years through the community, she's been here before. She has a lot of energy. And I thought that if they tag team tonight, that it'd be a success. And so with that being said, I'm going to step aside and let them start the Brown and McAllister cooking show.
So, thank you everybody for coming. We're deciding to do something a little bit different today. We want you guys to come up close and personal, because this is going to be more like a talk show format rather than a lecture. And so this way, no lecture, we want to be nice, and relaxed and ask questions. And this way you can, kind of figure out what we're talking about here. And nothing is necessarily drastic, it doesn't happen overnight. But hopefully you can pick up a few things here today that'll bless you and it'll become a lifestyle change going forward, okay? So with that being said, we're going to start the show. First of all, I would like to, of course, give honor to God, who is the head of my life, and I believe He's the head of your life too.
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
No.
Am I good?
Okay, we need a mic check here.
Thank you.
And I also would like to thank Pastor Logan, because he has a vision to allow different formats of training and information to come forth, and it's, cutting edge in that way. So thank you, Pastor Logan. I'd like to thank Dr. Williams for giving the Holy Spirit and allowing this to happen. Good.
Okay. Test. I'm pretty loud, but is that coming out through the
We're not getting anything out.
Okay. I have no light.
Okay.
So you feel comfortable with that?
I do. I talk with my hands, so my mouth like this. A little bit.
So where do you get the talking with your hands from? Is that hereditary or?
I think so.
Yeah.
Excitement.
Little Italian.
I'm so excited to be here.
Okay.
This is so fun. I always say I could sit here and talk about diet all night long, and that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. But when you can put it to some practical application, I mean, that's when the real stuff happens. So this has been so fun to get to know Chef Michael. I've actually learned things from him And so this is going to be awesome. The topic, the name, Eat Right for a Better Life. So not only will we kind of have the nutrition science behind it, because I can't get away from science and nutrition, but we'll have the practical application of it.
You know, the thing is, when Amy and I were first commissioned by Doc Pullins to get together, it was as if we were meant to be together from day one.
We have really gotten to know each other.
We got to know each other. We've had meetings every week. We've shared PowerPoint presentations online and stuff. And I think that's going to make for a better, show, for lack of a better word, today, because, it's going to be relaxed and be able to kind of disseminate information. We came up with the name Eat Right for a Better Life. Okay, you are what you eat. So that's unfortunately, God has made our bodies so dynamically that sometimes even though we can go down the wrong path for a while, He has the ability to help us get back on the right track.
Yep.
And
it doesn't take long, and it doesn't take much, and baby steps, baby steps.
So, Amy, tell me a little bit about your practice. I know you're very successful, and you have several locations. Tell me a little about what you do.
I'd love to. Thank you. I started AM Nutrition Services. It's a practice of registered dietitians here in town. I started in the trunk of my car and went to people's homes as a dietitian in 2007. And in 2007, there were 2 insurances that would pay for me to go do that in Arizona. And so it was my mission to find ways for insurance to pay for people to see a dietitian, because insurances just weren't paying. And nobody wants to pay for a dietitian, right? So I learned that. And so it was my mission, and now I have 11 dietitians on staff, and I have 3 locations in the Valley, and we take over 25 insurances. So I'm just excited to have the opportunity to improve the health of the community. And I feel like that's done just one-on-one. Working with a dietitian is so individual. I never would hand somebody a menu or a diet and say, okay, here, go, eat your broccoli and whatever it is, because that person might not like broccoli. And so you really have to find alternatives. And it's all about getting to know somebody, and it's not just food. There's lots of other things, getting to know them, their behaviors, their emotions, their feelings. We eat for all different reasons, right? Not just for fuel. There's other reasons we eat. And like in church, it brings people together. And so I'm just excited that I'm still here and still in practice.
Obviously, you must be good at what you do. And, we eat for a lot of reasons, like you mentioned. Some of them are not so good, so we eat the wrong things. We talk about not going to the grocery store hungry.
We did. We talked about that a lot.
We talked about a lot of things.
Don't
There's
go to the grocery store.
so much information that we talk about. But I'd also like to introduce our third partner here. We have Lynette Hales. Please.
I got to know you.
And so right after Doc Pullins, I think it was right after he re-announced it, Lynette came up to me and said, I'll be your helper if you want me to. And I said, I hadn't really put everything together yet, how it was going to go. But about a week or 2 later, the Holy Ghost told me, when somebody's willing to help, and I know she knows nutrition, I know she knows health, I know she has a lot of experience in that area, and she could probably be right up there as well. But she's willing to do this and support, so I appreciate you for that. Do you have some signs for her? Do you have those signs for her? Okay, Lynette, could you please demonstrate these signs? And because this is a talk show type thing, you may be asked to participate. So if you see this sign go up, what does that say, guys?
Wow.
So you will do what? Good. That was good for the first time. Second sign. And the third time too? Was that? Okay. Well, and obedience is better than sacrifice. So there may be some rewards for your obedience throughout the show. So just know that you're part of this whole thing here. And we do what we do. I think Amy and Michael, we have kindred spirits in the sense where we're artists first, and then we're professional, and we have our our different niches and so forth. But artists tend to feed off of their audience. So if you get with us, then we might just, you never know what you might learn today. Okay? And
I see some food.
yeah.
And it smells good.
So a little bit about myself.
Yes, let's hear about you a little bit more.
Let's see, how far back can we go? That was what was that movie? How far back can we go? Roots. Anyway. I knew she was going to be good at it. Anyway, so let's see. 14 years old, mom said, hey, she's 7 kids, can't afford to buy you school clothes. I said, don't worry, mom, we're going to get a job. Talked my friend by the ear and said, look, we're going downtown to get a job. First place we went across was a guy sweeping the front of his restaurant. I can do that for you. He said, what? Really? I said, come on down Monday. Long story short, I ended up working for him from 9th grade to 12th grade to all high school. I started washing dishes and peeling potatoes. And then he taught me how to short order cook. And that was, when I did that, I was cooking for police officers and local people. And I was like, I like it. They like what I do. I like, and so forth. So, and then the day that I knew that I was going to be in this for life was the day my mom walked past the window of this restaurant I was working in, and I was mopping the floor, and I saw my mother walk by, and she looked at me and she has a frown on her face. And it's like the Holy Ghost, the sky opened up and said, this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So I took it seriously at that point, so I went to work for 3 major hotels, Hyatt Regency, Hilton International, and Marriott. I got a degree in hotel restaurant management. I opened several restaurants, probably about 7 restaurants. Opened 2 of my own in New Jersey, actually 3. We got reviewed by the New York Times in 1991, and we had a standing room only restaurant at that point for 2 weeks to get in for reservation, that kind of thing. I really loved, being involved in food and serving people. But there's a lifetime dedication. And haven't reached my zenith yet, but we'll never reach our zenith until Jesus comes. So I'm not worried about that, but I'm happy to do what I do. Came out here to Arizona, and the Lord said to come to Antioch, and Antioch helped me in a lot of other ways. My family, we raised our family out here, and I'm just happy to be with this church. And now we're open. We have our own food truck now, which is a gourmet food truck called Burritos. So that's a little bit, about me. Again, it's really about my passion. So let's we get started here.
All right.
And do you want to control this? He said that you got to push.
He said control. I like control.
Do you like it?
I'm just thinking.
So that's the gray button right there.
Great.
I'm sorry, the gray button.
Great. You got it. You ready? All right. I think this is a perfect way to start.
Yeah. So you don't have to actually point.
Here's us.
This is us. This is
That pretty picture. It's so colorful.
Can anybody tell me what's so important about that picture?
Colorful.
And it's a rainbow colors like you.
Rainbow. Eat a rainbow. We're going to talk a lot about antioxidants and phytochemicals and things like that. So the brighter the food, it absolutely makes a difference getting that rainbow. In our offices, we see kids and adults, and when our kids come in, we have these rainbows of all different foods, red, orange, those oranges and yellow lemons, and they love that. And the kids get really excited. We ask them to choose a different color of something to try to eat.
Excellent. Next slide. So, of course, there has to be some scriptural reference to what we do. This was the Holy Ghost gave me this particular scripture. And who wants to be our reader today? You need a reader. Microphone to the reader, please. Don't raise your hand all at once. There we go. Right in the back.
Do you know 1 Corinthians?
Oh, excuse me. We need the microphone.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 to 20. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought with a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies.
Amen.
Amen. We get to do that tonight.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And so we're stewards, right? Of these bodies that God has given us. And, I think sometimes when we're very young, especially, we take it for granted because our bodies are so fearfully so strong, especially in young ages. But everything does eventually wear out. Things fall, things drop, and so we get a little wiser in our middle ages where we realize that. I think you were telling me before. What did you say about the first 40 years about taking care of your body, and then the next 30 years wait?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I think I turned 40 when we were on the phone. Like that first 40 years. That week, I know we were talking about it.
But yeah, the concept was that if you take care of your body young, they say like anywhere from like 50 to 80 could be the best year of your life.
That's right.
And that kind of thing. And otherwise, I think you also said that if you start hurting at 45, and then you're really hurting at 50, and then 60 becomes deliverers, and next thing you know, you're ready to go. So,
Preventive. We're all talking about preventive medicine here.
now, we don't want anybody to walk out with any down spirits or whatever
No.
like that, because God is able to, whenever you decide to make a lifestyle change, mostly, I think most important about making lifestyle changes is not to think you can do it on your own.
It is a group
It's a group effort, family effort.
This is why this is so great as a family thing tonight.
Yeah.
It is a family affair.
And most importantly too, when God inspires us to do different things, He doesn't expect us to do it on our own. I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. You just say, God, I give it to you. And then the next thing you know, opportunities open up. Right? So I get it now.
Amen.
Amen.
So this is where you really excel, Amy. You're going to talk to us about being.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry,
I have
food.
lots to talk about, fun stuff.
Yeah. Let's go with the smooth. Let's go with the smooth.
This is hopefully what we'll get through tonight. We'll see how far we get, but this is hopefully. As we spoke over the last few months, it just became evident what our topics really needed to be, because we kept going back to these topics, and he had recipes that he wanted to make, and he said the word beans, and I said, okay, stop right there, we're talking about beans, because they are a miracle food, and so we'll dive into certain beans. He has a recipe with beans. We'll start with breakfast topic of smoothies. We'll get into the cooking demo. We will get into sodium. Now, again, I feel like I could stand up here and talk about salt, watch your salt. But if we can now talk about 5 or 6 herbs and spices that will give you not only flavor, but some serious health benefits on top of that.
Yeah.
Like, it was so fun researching and kind of re-researching. I was in college 20 years ago, just sort of go back and re-research, what does garlic do for me? What does oregano do for me? It does a lot, and so it's going to be fun talking about it, and then asking Chef Michael this, okay, now how do I use it? So that'll be fun. Food combinations. We'll get into a little bit of science. I'm going to talk a lot about blood sugar control tonight, and not only just for diabetes, but for all of us. I think I'm more sane during the day if my blood sugar is a little more even throughout the day. I'll have a lot less binge eating going on if I can keep my blood sugar even. So we'll talk about some food combinations.
Absolutely. And for those of you that are in the back, if you want to come forward, a little closer, especially when we do the demonstration, the side is open.
Yeah.
So you can take where you want to if you like, but it'll get more exciting here. You never know, I might chop something, it might fall on you, and you get attention
You can eat
from everybody
it.
else.
And then we'll get into baking and grilling versus frying. Not only just the health benefits of the baking and the grilling, but some flavor tips on how I can manage my life without frying. And then we'll open it up to some Q&A.
Exactly. And
We can pick our brains.
And then we're going to also see what kind of students you got.
Oh yes, retention.
We're going to see what kind of students you guys are, and those who are great students will be rewarded.
Welcome.
Oh, you're filming, right?
Yeah,
you're doing. We're going there.
So, What do we have?
Okay, should we start with smoothies?
Let's start with food. So we want to talk about
No, I think I'm good.
It never fails. People bring up smoothies or juicing or something like that. In my offices, I hear a lot about it. It's very popular. You know, you walk through Costco and what's going on? You know, they got the Vita Blender thingy going on. And so it's a popular topic. And so Chef Michael was asking me, what do you think? What do you think about smoothies or juicing? And so I kind of have a few of my ideas about smoothies. Ready? First of all, anybody know the benefits of breakfast? Are there benefits to breakfast?
Yes.
Gets your metabolism going.
Best
I
meal
tell
of the
people
day.
it's like a campfire. You know, you basically put a piece of wood on the fire in the morning when you eat breakfast. It's the same thing, and then you just kind of want to stoke the fire all day long with your meals and your snacks.
Great analogy, I like that.
So benefits of breakfast. Breakfast is huge. We know that people who eat breakfast versus skipping breakfast, you figure, okay, most traditional people eat 3 meals a day. I think 3 meals a day is pretty typical. If you skip breakfast, it gives you one less opportunity to get all of the things your body needs every day. So, for example, anybody know how many grams of fiber we need per day? Grams of fiber.
31, 32.
Close. Close. So it's a RDA, the very basic RDA for males and females, and it does kind of vary based on male, female. It's 25 grams a day. 25 grams a day. So,
Hold on.
yeah.
You gotta give her a reward.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we reward her.
And the more, the merrier when it comes to fiber, of course. So 25, I'd say, is almost a yes. You got it. Ding, ding, ding.
Where's my
We got perks. So, yay. 25 grams of fiber a day. There's so many fibers from plant. You can't get fiber from animal products. So anything you eat that's from a plant is going to have some fiber in it. So fruits, vegetables, grains, things like that. And in the morning, we tend to eat foods that have fiber, whether it's your bowl of cereal, your bowl of oatmeal, your fruit, things like that. So without breakfast, it's really hard to get that 25 grams of fiber the rest of the day. That'd be like 12 at lunch and 12 at dinner. And I'll tell you, that's a lot of fiber at one meal. So we skip an opportunity.
Is there a certain, like,
Hold on.
Should you have breakfast a certain amount of time after waking up? So for instance, like within an hour or?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I think as long as you get going. You know, so that depends. Say somebody likes to work out in the morning. I've had that question. Should I eat before I work out or work out and then eat? I think that's a very personal thing. I think it depends on, you know, if somebody is diabetic, you probably want to have a snack before you go exercise. I do really well if I just don't eat anything and just go exercise and then really enjoy my breakfast afterwards. So I think it's just really personal. And no, I don't think there's a certain set limit on eat within an hour, eat within 2 hours.
Would you agree though that some consistency is important?
Yes.
Because
The body likes
you
consistency.
can work out and all of a sudden, oh, I gotta go to work and then you don't eat.
Oh,
You know, but
that makes
you
me
have some
day.
kind of consistency.
Our bodies love consistency. They really do. I mean, you figure once, let's say you go on a medication as you get older, be it a blood pressure medication or a diabetes medication. What do we have to do with those medications? You have to take them on a consistent basis. So our bodies and our food are really similar because our liver has to get involved, our kidneys have to get involved as a process. So our bodies love consistency. Not the same food every day, that's boring, but consistency of timing. And then things become a habit that way too. It's about having these habits. I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth. It's a habit,
Right.
you know. Vitamin C, potassium, and protein are other things that are hard to make up the rest of the day if we don't get them at breakfast. So we came up with this smoothie idea. Liquid digests really fast.
I love it.
So when you drink something, it doesn't stick with you very long. So I said, you know what?